All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to How to Have a Successful Year as a Technology Coordinator. My name is Steve Blair. I am the District Technology Coordinator for MPS. Here is my IP phone number, direct line at my desk, 70105. Feel free to call me there, but the best way to get a hold of me is through email. And then I can get it off my phone so I can respond to you as quick as I can from wherever I am. Also on my team is Mark Coleman, Herbert McGowan, who we call Mac, and Sydney Sneed. So these three wonderful trainers are here to assist you and your teachers with the integration of technology into the curriculum. So they're here. So if you have teachers that need training on how to integrate these standards, these are the folks you need to call. Or if you're a technology coordinator and need help with these standards, these are the folks you can call. Again, their IP phone numbers are next to their names, but also email is probably the best way to get a hold of really of any of us. So but feel free to call any of us if you need assistance. We are here for you. All right, technology coordinators, your basic job is a liaison between the school and the technology department. One of the jobs that most of you do are work orders. So if you're new or need a refresher about work orders, there are some tips in the technology coordinators team drive. In your Google Drive, there is a team drive for technology coordinators. If you are not a part of that team drive, please let me know so I can put you in that team drive. But there are some tips for work orders there. So, and I'll just give you some basic ones. Is please be specific in the problem of the computer. So if you just say computer's not working, that could be a multitude of things that what we'd have to troubleshoot. So please be as specific as possible on the problem. Also, IP addresses and computer names are very, very helpful because sometimes we can just remote in to fix the problem. We won't have to drive out there. And also, if it's an IP phone number or IP phone, especially since we have a brand new IP phone system we installed this summer, if there's a problem with the phone, please include the extension. Please don't say just phone in teachers' lounges is not working. Please put the IP phone extension on it, please. Also. And we also expect you to communicate information delivered from our department or tech support to your school. So if we send out emails and I say, please distribute to your faculty, that's what I expect you to do. I don't really want to put stuff to you and to the principal's packets. So if I ask you to send stuff out, please send it out. And I may ask for some information from you, and usually it's something that the State Department has requested for me to do. So usually, so if I need that information, please do it in a timely manner. I really don't need to chase you down to get information. It's usually very, very important that I get it. All right, so some of the requirements for this year are completion of the Internet Safety Social Networking lessons, or we call SIPA lessons. These are mandated by the FCC since we accept E-rate funds, and I actually put the law there, SIPA, the Children's Internet Protection Act, which speaks out how we have to use a filter and block harmful, obviously, materials, and also teach safe social networking and internet safety. We have some resources available on the MPS Technology Coordinators Team Drive. There is a great tool now called Internet Awesome by Google, which just walks you through that whole process. And really, if you are a lab teacher or work in a lab environment, even secondary, this should be the first thing that you do when you have those kids in the lab. So this is a certification form that you will sign and your principal will sign, and you will upload it to Google Classroom by October 26th. There's also a checklist that your principal's got from curriculum. This is also on there. I last year I spent almost all year chasing forms that should have been done in October, so please turn those in a timely manner. Also, the technology plan is due October 26th. Now, a date says November 15th on the software. That is when my tech plan is due. I need information from your plan to get my plan done. So the goals and objectives are already dictated by the ALSTE, so we already have those. You only have to add one objective to goal 1 and one objective to goal 2. We have already done most of goal 3, and I can handle I do the rest of goal 3. So also, all state technology purchases must be in the tech plan. And also, your budget and budget committee signature pages that you voted on must be submitted to Google Classroom. I need both sheets, your budget and the page where the budget committee signs it. Excuse me. There are also 2 new requirements we have added. One is elementary lab schedules, so I'll need that uploaded by August 24th. And also there is a school-based technology integration plan due by September 7th. So that will be when you sit down with your principal or your leadership team and decide how you will be addressing the course of study, the technology course of study. With the advanced ed report coming out and saying we were not integrating technology and we didn't have a lot of student engagement, this is a perfect way to have this done. So y'all need to hash out a plan of how you're going to do this. Most of you have a lot of Chromebooks. Those Chromebooks should not be used just for testing. They need to be out in the students' hands most of the time. And all documents, there are 4 requirements so far. All those documents must be submitted in Google Classroom. Please do not send me paper copies. All right, so here's a picture of Google Classroom. So these are your 2 so far. These are the 2 assignments. I took a picture when I was creating the assignment, so this should be updated so far. Technology purchases. No matter the funding source, whether it's federal funds, state funds, or local funds, must be approved by the technology coordinator. We have on the intranet, under Technology Support Services, there is a quotes folder. This folder right here is where we have already vetted equipment and vendors. So we can go ahead, all this has already been approved, is on a competitive contract, so you don't have to worry about that. And everything on here is already pretty much ready to be for me just to sign and send the purchasing. If it's not on here, please email me first. So I don't want you to have to create a requisition, have your bookkeeper create a requisition, and then have me have to send it back. So if that piece of information right there, if you're not the person who does that, please let your administration know. I'm also going to send them a link to this video if they can watch. But please go ahead and tell them that. All right, technology integration. All right, the technology course of study must be addressed either in a lab setting or with the integration into the core curriculum. So integration in its most basic form is combining a technology standard with a core standard to enhance the lesson. So I'm a former social studies teacher, so using Web 2.0 tools or using Google tools to create timelines is something they can do. Having them create documents together using Google Docs, collaboration, those things, those activities with all the Chromebooks we have and devices we have in this system are easy ways to integrate technology, and they can be documented on lesson plans. Please make sure that your teachers document the integration of technology on their lesson plans. All right, so the course of study is out on the Alex website. And here's a look at it right here. This is the last year we're going to use this course of study. Next year we'll be using a more computer science-based course of study. And we're going to start training. If you were at Tech Camp, Mark talked a little bit about that. So it goes back to computational thinking and coding and flow charting and if then else and logic. So this will be the last year we do this course of study, and then next year we will be using the new one. Compass Learning and Ingenuity is not, or AR is not considered technology integration. And please make sure that curriculum drives the use of instruction. That you're not using technology just for the sake of using technology. You're using it to enhance a lesson or meeting a standard. Make sure that if you're not comfortable talking about this to your faculty or to your administration, please let me know, and so me or one of my staff can come out and talk to your faculty about this and how important this is. There is also some other resources here. We have our own webpage that we post tools on. The Insight tool, they're already aligned technology tools to the ELA standards. There's actually technology standards already embedded into the ELA course of study. There's a scope and sequence. We actually have a Facebook and Twitter feed, so you can follow us there. We actually post tools for technology coordinators. They're actually great, and classroom teachers and core teachers. All right, testing. All performance series testing for the fall and spring in grades 3 through 8 must be administered using the restricted mode software. So go ahead and turn on all your Chromebooks and your PCs and make sure they are ready for testing. If you're using Chromebooks for testing, we're using the same app as last year, so the app is there on your Chromebooks. You don't have to log into the Chromebook. You just, before the login, you just look under apps, and there is a PS test or performance series icon. You can click on it and go straight to the login. In grades through 9, you're not required to use restricted mode. You can just go to performanceseries.com and test. For high schools, grade 9, you'll be doing this, and also you'll be doing ACT plus writing and ACT work keys for high school. Those are all computer-based. But this is the first test that most of the schools will take is performance series. All right, I hope this is informative and for you. And there's a QR code here. If you don't mind scanning it, use your phone or iPad or something like that and scan this. And now you can record your attendance and receive credits. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to call us. We are here to help you. That is our job, is to help you. So please use the resources that we have. Thank you and have a great school year.